Didn't expect this to be an all-weather test, but it is. Hey, Duff here. We're doing a pseudo range test here on the Nikola Plus. Just came off the charger at 100%. I got my Pebble watch set up. I bought a Pebble watch. Have it connected to wheel log. So I should have some very accurate monitoring going on during this ride. If I just go straight out to Ave Maria and back, it's usually around 30 miles or so, but I'm gonna, depending on where the battery's at, I might try to stretch it a little bit more. We'll see. Weather looks a little unsettled, which is never fun. So with wheel log and the Pebble watch, on the watch you get real-time speed, temperature, and battery level. And on the app itself, I have alarms set up for amps, speed warnings. I have it set to like warn me if I go above 90 amps. And I think the highest it'll allow you to set the speed warning is 50 kilometers an hour, I think, actually, but I'm not really worried about that. But I'm not going to be like riding slow to try to get max range. I'm just going to ride whatever I ride, and we'll let wheel log tell the story. I can tell you already, I don't think the wheel log is accurately reading the battery level. It says I'm down to 93% already, and I'm only like a mile in, so yeah, I don't think that's correct at all. I'll double check it with the Gotway app as we get deeper in. So yesterday, while I had the wheel apart on the table, I decided to slime the tire. So I put, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounces of slime in, and I pumped it back up. It feels like the tire pressure, I pumped it to like 36. Tire pressure feels a little higher than it was. And I think I actually like it a little bit lower than that, just based on the way that it feels right now. Could probably drop 2 or 3 psi and I'd be happy with that. $23 to $25 feels just fine to me. That's kind of what I'm going to shoot for. And this battery reading better be inaccurate, because it's dropping way faster than it should. Now it says I'm at 88%, and I'm not even 5 miles in yet. So it's. I think I'm gonna pull off up here and just fire up the Gotway app and just see what that says. I think Marty talked about wheel log not reporting battery accurately. So let's see here. Oh, you know what though? Shit. I don't have the. I don't think I have the Gotway apps on here. Yeah, this says my voltage is still 98. Okay, weird. I think it has to do with the app on the Pebble. That's what's going on. Because when I look at the wheel log on the phone, it shows 100% battery still. So I think that's all that's going on. There's a weird deal, you know, since the Pebble is no longer in production and officially supported. It's supported by that third party, rebel.io, and the app that's actually run on the Pebble itself is from 2016. So, oh, that's interesting. Huh. Now that I stopped, it shows 100% on the watch. As soon as I start rolling, it starts dropping. So, Yeah, I'm just going to write that off to the app that's running on the Pebble watch is old. Doesn't really know how to deal with a 100-volt wheel, I think, so. Or this size battery, I don't know, but I think I'm doing fine. It may be as simple as I just need to come to a stop to get an accurate battery reading. That could be it as well, because when you're rolling, the voltage is going to drop. But then when you stop, it settles back to what its true voltage is. So maybe that's all it is. You just have to stop to get a true battery reading. So I thought that was pretty interesting when I opened up the wheel yesterday to take a look at some of the stuff that Marty saw when he opened up the Nikola Plus that he was unboxing. Most notably was the fan and the ineffective position of where it's located since they relocated the system board in the Plus compared to a regular Nikola. I'm not quite sure. I want to do something about it. I'm not quite sure what. I'm considering if I can maybe manage to get a second fan in there, maybe. Change the direction of the existing fan so it maybe points more over the MOSFETs instead of just like the 1/2. I don't know. Got to think about it. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Of course, it's hot as hell right now. It's like mid-afternoon in Southwest Florida, end of July. Pretty much the worst time you can imagine to be out here as far as comfort goes. Definitely going to be getting something to drink when I'm at Ave Maria. Interesting, they just installed rumble strips for some. Oh, okay. I guess they got some construction going on, so they threw down temporary rumble strips to let people know what's up. I plan to stay in the right lane as much as I can until I can't any longer. Looks like they're replacing or straightening a utility pole. Oh wow, they're doing more work up ahead as well. Alright, well, he let me go in this side because I'm small. It's not very often I will get an opportunity to ride just down the middle of the road here. You see that large crane ahead? That's why they have the one lane closed. It's all good. Okay, I see what they're doing. All of these poles are leaning, and you see these cement poles, power poles, these are all brand new. So they're moving the power lines from these conventional wooden utility poles to huge hurricane resistant cement poles. Quite a large job. All right. See if we can swing through here. Hopefully the vehicles that are now coming will give me some space. Damn, that's a big crane. Wow. Look at that shit. Definitely need to leave a few PSI out. It almost feels like I have a little bit of like speed wobbles going on, which I remember I had with the Z10 when I demoed that wheel and the pressure was real high. Yeah, I pumped this to 35, 36 PSI, 36 I think, The tire said 35 to 45, so I figured going on the low end there would be good. But I think I need to let out a little bit. As you can see, I still have not installed my foot pads, leg pads, whatever. Not sure if I will or not. The only thing that's run through my head is maybe if I had those there, I wouldn't have as much speed wobbling going on. Maybe if I had some more contact with the wheel at higher speeds, I'm not sure. I forgot to mention, last night I finally sold the Ultron T11. Had it on Facebook Marketplace for probably a couple months. Kept slowly dropping the price. Sold it to a guy from Bradenton. Came down last evening, took it for a test drive. He loved the power. He was blown away by the power, and threw it in the back of his truck and took it with him. So no more Ultron T11. It was a fun little experiment, but in hindsight, it really was an unnecessary purchase. It just didn't. It didn't see the use that it merited for the amount of money that it cost. So glad to have the space back. Glad to have a little extra money back, and move on to bigger and greater things. For those of you that were wondering about the state of the KingSong 16X cross-country tour, last I knew about it, it was still in the Northeast. But I did get an email from Jason from eWheels saying that they were going to hopefully get it shipped down my direction pretty soon. Hopefully that happens. At this point, people are buying 16Xs, so it's, you know, the time-wise, it'd be better if this happened a month ago or so, but I'll still be happy to try it out and give you my opinion. So hopefully within a few weeks, I might be testing out the 16X. Oh, speaking of wheels or devices, remember how I said I was supposed to get my one-wheel pint today? Well, guess who it was shipped through? That's right, FedEx. Guess who had a ship date of today on the FedEx site? Yep. Guess where the wheel is, according to last tracking? Belle Isle, Florida, Central Florida. It's been there since 6 a.m. Saturday and inexplicably just sat there. I mean, this has been at least a half a dozen times this has happened with FedEx. They suck. I mean, why are they putting scheduled delivery dates on the site that they have no intention of trying to meet? It's insanity. I again complained to them via chat. I said, hey, here we go. FedEx again left my box just sitting in Central Florida for a couple days for no apparent reason. It was supposed to be delivered today. According to your tracking, it hasn't moved since Saturday morning at 6 a.m. And the response I got back from the guy was kind of annoying. He said, well, you know, technically FedEx has a commitment date, you know, which is not always the same thing as the scheduled delivery date. The commitment date is for tomorrow, Tuesday. And I'm like, well, then put the damn date the wheel is going to be delivered on the website. I mean, how hard is it? It's just, FedEx, man, you suck. And I'm going to make sure a lot of people know that you suck. So annoying. All right, we are now coming up on the entrance to Ave Maria. I mean, it's been going quick because I've been going 24, 25 most of the way. I'm not trying to limit my speed whatsoever. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of numbers we're showing once we get to the halfway point here. All right, here we go. My feet are hurting. I'm not even quite halfway and my feet are hurting. Like it's, and now my back's hurting. This section of the entrance sucks. It's very uneven. So like I said, the pedals on the Nikola are not as big as the KingSong 18XL XL pedals. I'm not quite sure if the foot pain is because of the pedal size. I mean, these are big enough. Definitely smaller, but they're big enough. I'm not sure if it's because of the pedal size or if I don't have the angle of the pedals ideal. They feel like they're pointing a little bit upwards more so than I like. I usually like very flat pedals, so that could be it as well. And of course, Chuck Taylors have absolutely no padding whatsoever, so that doesn't help. All right, I want to see if I can get it past 25 here on the watch. Although I'd probably be better served to do that once I let a little bit of tire pressure out. Yeah, I'm definitely getting speed wobbles. Definitely. Need to drop the PSI. I got up to 26, 27, and that's I could just feel the oscillations coming in. The temperature on the wheel has settled in right around 50 degrees Celsius. It's pretty much stayed there most of the ride, so temperature-wise seems to be reading fine. FedEx! You son of a bitches! Worst PEV delivery service on the planet. I think we'll grab something to drink here. Man, I'm sweating like I just ran a 10K. Good Lord, it's hot. As soon as I stopped, man, it's just like you feel it. You know, when you have a 25-mile-an-hour wind going over you the entire time, it's not quite so bad, but woof, I am sweating. All right, so after being refreshed by Yoo-hoo, we're gonna go up to a park here where there's some benches. Gonna let some air out of the tire and see where we're at stat-wise on the battery. Got this guy ghosting me from behind. And there's the church. Always got to get some video of the church whenever you come to Ave Maria. It's a prerequisite. This park here is usually nice and secluded. Of course, it looks like there's a golf cart in the pavilion that I want to go sit in. Damn it, bastards! And there's a hawk. A hawk's that's not very happy with me. All right, so there's another pavilion that I can go sit in. So we'll just ride around. Right there's another hawk. Hi, buddy. It's all right. It's okay. That's new. They've added frisbee golf to the park. I've played frisbee golf once in my life. Wasn't very good, but it's kind of fun. All right, let's off-road, man. We're gonna off-road, hitting the grass. Whoo. Big tire on the Nikola makes this not too hard. And terrible camera angle. There you go. All right, let's see what wheel log's saying here. Average riding speed 21.3 miles an hour, top speed 27.1, and I've gone 17.25 miles so far, and it's sitting at 74% battery. So that's a pretty damn good performance. 17 miles on 26% battery. Yeah, I'll take that. Very nice. All right, so now I'm going to see if I can actually lay this down so I can access the tire. It should, the horizontal, there we go. Yeah, the horizontal sensor should kick in there. And I'm just going to see if I can pop a little bit of air out of this thing. I have no tools with me, of course, so I'll find a stick or something. All right, let's see if this works. Sort of works. Okay, I just gave it the very scientific squeeze test, and it feels similar to how it did when I first got it. It might be a little lower than it was. I'm pretty sure the guy with the leaf blower is trying to piss me off. But I will not let him be successful. Alright, let's see how this tire feels now. I'm just gonna try to pick up some speed here in the parking lot and just see how it feels. Major wobbles trying to slow down, but I think it feels better. Time will tell. All right, so I'm not wasting any time. It's hot as hell, and the more I stay still, the hotter I'm gonna be, so we're gonna turn around and head back. I wanna make sure I get at least 35 miles in. So I might tool around here a little bit, tool around town a little bit, just to burn up some extra distance, and then reverse and head right back out. Yeah, I can tell with the air out of the tire, this feels more like it did on day one. This feels better. This feels better at lower PSI. I'm not sure how low it looks on camera, but seat of the pants, I prefer this to the way it was. All right, we're tooling around the parking lot. This is the infamous spot where Katie wiped out on her M10-3, where she was going faster than she should have, got bad speed wobbles, and gave herself a tremendous case of road rash on her leg and rear end. So I don't think she's gone that fast again since on her M10-3. A wise choice. I am probably pushing my luck here. There's a lot of wet-looking gray clouds in the area, even though it's sunny right now. So I probably would be best served to try to get back before they dump. I can see some are dumping right over that direction currently, so I would rather not ride through a downpour. Just a personal preference. Okay, pushing the speed up again. I want to see if I get any speed wobbles again. I didn't go fast enough to get them. A little nervous about that. Speed wobbles going over 25 miles an hour just doesn't give you a warm and fuzzy feeling. Let's try again. All right, so that's about the same speed I was going before. I did not get the wobbles. So the slightly lower tire pressure does seem to help with that issue. Not sure how well this will show up on the GoPro, but yeah, right there, that's a set of clouds that appears to be dropping rain, which is kind of the direction I'm supposed to go. So I don't know if I should wait and let that pass, tool around here a little bit more, or if the longer I wait, the worse it's going to be. I don't know. Screw it. Let's go. Let's go. If the rain looks really bad, I can always turn around, get more distance. It's not like I'm going to run out of battery. Didn't mean to hit that pothole. Could have been bad. Luckily I saw it, so I was kind of braced for it, but not good precision steering there. All right, I just leaned into a little bit, and the watch touched 29 miles an hour. That's enough. That's enough for me. Felt plenty fast. Perhaps you can see behind me the rain is beyond Oil Well Road, so I think I'm okay there. I see some more rain up ahead, off to the side. Doesn't look super heavy though, so my hope is to arrive home soaked by nothing but my perspiration. Both feet are totally numb at this point. I don't expect that to change. Got 13, 12 miles to go yet. Got a few raindrops hitting me. And I'm seeing more rain ahead, I think. Yep. Yeah, I think we're about to get wet. But heck, Gotway shows them riding their wheels through the ocean, so this should be fine, right? Oh man, yeah, a bunch of cars coming at me with their headlights on, which means pretty hard rain. Let's see. And of course, the GoPro is not in a weatherproof case. I'm sure it'll be fine. You can kind of see that line of moisture ahead. That's what I'm not looking forward to. Didn't expect this to be an all-weather test, but it is. I'm soaked. And we're stuck waiting. All right. Well, that was fun. I got stuck at that area where there's one lane of traffic. Probably stood there for at least 10 minutes, maybe 15, as it's raining on me. I'm soaked, wheels soaked, still working though, so that's good. But yeah, hey, at least I'm cool. Not hot anymore. Hey, it's starting to rain again. All right, great. Glad to see the pebble is water resistant as well. Hey, you never know what you're in for when you go for a ride. That's part of the fun of it, right? Part of the fun of it. So I'm about 5 miles out, so should be home pretty soon. I can report the grip tape still stays grippy when wet, even when very wet. Nice blue skies ahead. That's where our house is. So it probably didn't rain a drop there. Figured I'd go the back way. Get some less stressful slow riding in. Slow enough that I can adjust my my feet while riding. It's been a good ride though. It definitely helped letting the PSI out of the tire. It felt better to me on the way back than it did on the way out. And really, the Nikola could be my replacement open road cruiser if it had a viable seat option. That's the one thing with the Monster that none of my other EUCs can match, is having a seat that I can actually sit on. Although I did see Gotway's messing around with something like that for the Nikola. Since the storm, the wheel temperature has actually gone down. 45 right now. It was before it started to rain, it was at a pretty steady 51 for almost the entire ride. Now we're in the mid 40s. I can tell you that this is probably my fastest overall trip to Ave Maria as far as time is taken. Like I said, I have made absolutely no effort whatsoever to conserve battery. Cruising mid-20s most of the time, so that would make sense that it'd be my fastest time. Now, when I tried to do this on the Ultron T11, that would have been my fastest time because I was pushing 30 miles an hour, but that was until I ran out of battery and then I had to push it. Whew. We made it. At least we didn't get wet a second time. Oh boy. Getting too old for this. All right. Nikola, you did a good job in the rain. Way to go. Let's see what wheel log says. Battery at 35%. So 35% battery after a total distance of just under 35 miles. So I could probably, I mean, if I was riding conservatively, I could probably get 50. My riding weight is probably in the low 190s, 190 pounds or so. Top speed 29.5 miles an hour. Here, you can just look at this stuff yourself. Average riding speed 21.5. Took a little over an hour and a half. Current battery temperature 47 degrees Celsius. Did very, very well. And just, let's see, oh, no I can't. I was going to check the regular Gotway app to see what it thinks my battery level is, but I cannot do that, unfortunately. So, ride's over. That is the most, what is it? I'm trying to think, the KingSong 18XL. I'm trying to think as far as battery percentage remaining after a ride, if this was the most. It's probably close. I've never ridden that fast for that far of a distance, so it's not really an apples to apples comparison, but needless to say, I'm pleased. I'm pleased. If I can go as fast as I want and go that far, because I'm not going to usually do more than a 35-mile ride in any condition, so that's perfect for me. And the wheel's comfortable, lots of power, foot pedals. You know, my feet hurt, but my feet hurt in every EUC I've ever ridden, so foot pedals are fine. So that wraps it up. There'll be much more Nikola content to come. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts about the Nikola Plus below. That's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out.
I left it open for you.
Oh, thank you.
I got baby in here. You just made it. Did you get a little wet?
I got soaked.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Why didn't you call me?
Because I have a penis.
Oh, that's nice to say.
They had part of Oilwell Road blocked off.
Oh, okay.
There's only a single lane. Oh, is Katie here?
No, she went to get stuff.
You guys want to see baby DJ?
He's helping me make Toll House.
That's very nice of him.
Because you love Toll House cookies.
Yeah. So I'm back.
I'm so glad you're back. I was worried.